ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that can do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. From the 31, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
17 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
On first down, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Flushed out right. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Huntley. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Huntley. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
34-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards there on a Washington first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Throwing on 1st down, Huntley. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They'll take over.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And does Washington have it? They do.
No partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Miles Jack able to record his 5th sack of the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down.
87's mark. Don't worry about that. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
That's good.
They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Antonio Gibson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
It's a gain of 50.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Completion here to Claypool. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Is good.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football? It says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Seahawks 3.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
At the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. A deep ball for Gurley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, and sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, time to perfect.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Chase Young in there to drop him for a loss on the play. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. And it's 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Freeman. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
The tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big. But in the end, give some credit to the defense. Finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a three-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Wilson.
First down.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Forced out to his left. Incomplete.
Wilson on the
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Myers' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On first down, Huntley. His throw incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Huntley. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25.
It's over.
Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to loft one deep, and that's caught inside the 30.
You know what? Why don't you just start
And he
over?
is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
That ties the
Extra
game.
point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down, Huntley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And he'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Huntley. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
46-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
8-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Huntley. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Off the play fake, Huntley. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bruce Irvin, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brings up 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Huntley. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Freeman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete to Devontae.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 on the Seahawks 17-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Shaquille Griffin, their defensive.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Chase Claypool with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Extra point is good.
And his kick is right through.
Score Seahawks 23, Washington 13. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, it's Freeman. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Huntley buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bruce Irvin make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
7-yard line.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun. Huntley. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, Huntley. And that is incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 38, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, Huntley. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. good. Wow. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A nice pickup there, 19 yards, and they're set up better for 3rd. He's going to wind up and air it out, and that is caught one-handed. He pulled it in, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Huntley. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Huntley. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Huntley. Open man here, Sims complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the Seahawks 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. Throw left side, complete. It's Freeman. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Huntley. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Washington.
9 yards that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Thomas the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Huntley. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, it
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Escaping the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
A gain of 52 yards.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Going for it all. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Seahawks 37, Washington 20. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that.
This is caught inside the 15. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Throwing on 3rd and long, Huntley. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 10 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Washington,
party going up. A champ on the ground is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't